Everything today began with a single phone call, a trembling voice reporting that a thriving cornfield ready for harvest had been annihilated overnight, pushing us into immediate mobilization for a high-stakes aerial operation unlike anything before. Before dawn's first light touched the horizon, our teams, each composed of a skilled pilot, an expert spotter, and a master sharpshooter, lifted into the sky, their helicopters slicing through the cold morning air as we swept over devastated fields that had become battlegrounds. As we scoured the land below, a lone boar suddenly sprinted across open ground, triggering an instant dive from a helicopter, banking sharply. I brought us low while Jack locked onto the fleeing shape and delivered 2 flawless shots, proof of perfect teamwork born from countless missions. But the echo sent the rest of the herd scattering wildly into brush and shadows, forcing us into an intense chase where every obstacle became their shield and every second demanded precision. Shots rang out as each boar fell, not from brutality, but to restore the peace stolen from these fields. A sudden alert sent the second team deep into the cornfield, where they used a helicopter itself as a tool to flush out a hidden threat before John delivered a clinical, decisive burst. Moments later, another boar burst from cover, only to be stopped by Jaw's quick reflexes and seasoned aim. Dust trails, hoof prints, and torn stalks guided us through the chaos toward another panicked beast weaving desperately for survival. I followed its path with unwavering focus until the perfect opening appeared, and a final shot ended pursuit, each gunfire echoing a promise of protection. Just when dust draped the land in fading gold, one last boar challenged us from below. The helicopter roared downward once more, and 3 sharp blasts ended the threat, granting the village another night of peace. As the rotors slowed and the defender carried us home, the adrenaline faded into a quiet satisfaction. But only for a moment, because dawn in Texas brought a new battlefield where the beauty of the rising sun masked the silent cries of farmers whose livelihoods had been ripped apart by relentless wild boars. Our team scattered into blinds, every second thick with suspense, until a boar burst from the tree lean toward the cornfield. My first shots missed, but the third finally dropped it, saving yet another harvest. Across the field, David delivered a silent, surgical shot with a suppressor, while moments later an entire herd exploded from the woods like a living flood. So many that despite rapid fire, most escaped back into the forest. As the sun climbed, the boars withdrew into thicker brush, shifting the hunt into a tense ground pursuit guided by John's dog, which growled low before a boar emerged and fell instantly to John's clean shot. More encounters followed, herd scattering, solitary shadows slipping through tall grass, sudden ambushes in the woods, all of them reminders of how fragile the safety of these lands truly was. Meanwhile, across the Turkish countryside, Thomas and his team tracked footprints and rustling brush with unwavering precision. Each shot he delivered was swift, exact, and necessary as they cleared fields, vegetable patches, and hillsides to protect harvests. Later, in the dense forest of Madrid, Kevin's team embarked on their own grueling mission at dawn, cutting through mist and heavy terrain as they tracked boars through shadow trees. Each sighting became a test of discipline and instinct, each takedown a victory against destruction. Herds charged, shadows darted, shots cracked through the thick silence. The battle raged across open fields, deep forests, and rugged hillsides as every hunter, Kevin, Jay, Thomas, and their crews, held a line against an enemy capable of erasing months of hard work in a single night. And when the final boar fell at sunset, the grasslands grew still again, returning the land to its rightful peace, at least for now. Because though today's mission ended with relief and gratitude, the fight is far from over. The wild beasts will rise again. And when they do, so will we, until every home, every field, and every harvest stands safe once more.